All right, let's talk about a story that's all about resilience, redemption, and just pure triumph. We are going to break down one of the most incredible moments in sports history, really, how the Indian women's cricket team finally conquered the world in 2025. This was the headline. It was the roar, right? The collective cheer you could feel across a nation of over 1 billion people. Just one simple sentence. But wow, it captures a dream that was decades in the making. I want you to just picture this for a second. The stadium in Mumbai. It's just a sea of blue flags. You've got tears of pure joy streaming down faces, and this unbelievable feeling of pride. Because for the very first time ever, the women in blue were world champions. But here's the thing. This victory didn't just happen overnight. Oh no, it was forged in the fire of some serious past heartbreaks. So to really get what this moment meant, we've got to go back a bit. Like I said, this wasn't sudden. It was built on years and years of struggle and just gut-wrenching near misses. And this timeline, man, it just shows a painful pattern of getting so close, you know? In 2005, they get to the final, but lose. Then comes 2017, and it's this absolutely agonizing loss to England by just 9 runs. 9. Each one of those defeats wasn't just a loss on a scoreboard. It was fuel. Fuel for a fire that was about to explode in 2025. And that's the crucial point, right here. The team just didn't let all that failure define them. Instead, they kind of weaponized it. That simmering disappointment, that became their ultimate strength. It became this relentless drive to finally finish the job. Okay, so let's get into the 2025 tournament itself. Because the path to that final, it was anything but smooth. It was a complete roller coaster that tested their spirit in the most brutal way imaginable. I mean, can you even imagine the pressure? The tournament kicks off and it is a complete and utter disaster. One loss, then another, and then a third. 3 in a row. The team was literally on the brink of being knocked out, right at the start. You can bet the critics were just sharpening their knives. And this slide right here captures the turning point perfectly. The media, pretty much everyone, had written them off. The team is finished. Their campaign is over. But their answer? It wasn't at words. It was on the field. They came back and just stormed past powerhouse teams. We're talking England, New Zealand, and Australia. One after the other, all the way to the final. Just an unbelievable comeback. And so, it all came down to this. One final match for all the glory. Their opponent, a really formidable South African team. The stage was absolutely set for an epic conclusion. You know, in a high-stakes final, you need your biggest players to step up. And boy, did they. You had Shafali Verma, who gave them that aggressive, fearless start they absolutely needed. Then there was Deepti Sharma with a crucial all-round performance, with both the bat and the ball. And leading them all, Captain Harmanpreet Kaur. Her calm leadership was the anchor for the entire team. Let's just look at the numbers for a sec. India batted first, and they put up a massive total, 298. Shafali's explosive 87 really set the tone, and then Deepti's solid 56 anchored that middle order. That's a truly challenging score for any team to chase, especially under the pressure of a World Cup final. So South Africa fought hard, they really did. But in the end, it all came down to one single defining moment. Super high-pressure situation, the ball goes up in the air, and who's there to take a spectacular catch? Of course, the captain, Harmanpreet Kaur. With that one catch, that was it. It was all over. India were the champions of the world. Okay, so winning the cup was obviously the goal. But the impact of this victory, it went so far beyond the cricket field. It sent these massive ripples all across the country and honestly around the globe. I mean, the second they won, social media just exploded. The hashtag Women in Blue World Champions was trending everywhere. This wasn't just a national party, it was a global recognition of this absolutely incredible achievement. And then came this. The BCCI announced a historic prize of 51 crore rupees. Wow. Look, this wasn't just a reward. It was a statement. It was this powerful acknowledgement of their skill, their dedication, and the massive value they bring to the sport. You know, it's also so important to remember that this victory, it really stands on the shoulders of giants. We're talking about legends like Mitali Raj and Jhulan Goswami. They paved the way. They fought for recognition, for resources, back when there were none. They're the ones who created the path that this new generation of champions walked all the way to glory. So what's the biggest takeaway from all of this? Well, it's captured perfectly in this single phrase. Because in villages and towns and cities all across India, millions of young girls watched their heroes and they thought these exact powerful words. See, this wasn't just a cricket victory. It was the spark, the start of countless new dreams. And you know what? That might just be the greatest prize of all.